tiers of my Patreon, okay? So we have the live stream health class, right, which you're going to get, but you're also going to get my on-demand health class. Remember, the health class is really 28 hours, but you in my live health class were able to receive 8 hours, 4 hours in session 1, 4 hours in the following session. You're also going to be able to get my ebook as well. So you can download my ebook, as well as those that saw me in person, you got a physical copy. You might have got it autographed, you might not. But however, you have a physical copy of my book as well. You got the live question and answers during the health class as well, and then the live chat during the event. This whole health class portion is designed to give you the information necessary so that you can put the nutrients in your body that's going to allow your body to heal itself. Once you get your physical health in check, now it's time to move up a tier and get high with Daweed. Getting high with Daweed is basically a physical and mental, spiritual portion of the course. This is where you're going to receive my creation series, where you are able to create anything that you want in your environment, your space, or your reality whenever you want to. This is such a powerful course. I was actually watching it heal relationships, and I've seen people actually physically heal their body. Before I was doing the physical health class, they were physically healing their bodies with their mind. And so it's an extremely powerful course. It's an extremely powerful portion and tier of the course as well. And you get everything in tier 1, which is the physical health class, plus you get the Getting High with Daweed creation series, okay? As well. You're also going to get my daily meditation videos here, which are very important to watch. Right? You can actually physically heal yourself with just body meditation. Okay? So you're going to get my spiritual meditation, my physical meditation, and my mind meditation videos inside of this tier. Now, once you do that, or even before that, if you have a serious chronic problem, or you're not able to understand and be able to physically heal yourself just by watching my videos, then you can walk with Daweed. Now, walking with Daweed is very important. This is for the serious only, and I put together a tailored health system just for you. You have access to me where you can call me, you can email me, you can talk to me, and I will, or Zoom with me, face to face, therefore that I will be able to help you and walk you through your physical ailment, mental ailment, or spiritual ailment, and walk you through that process. This is extremely powerful because it's not just about feeling better, it's about feeling normal again, like you did when you were a child. No matter which tier you choose to start with, I'm looking forward to working with you. Welcome to my Patreon, where you might have come here from my YouTube or my Eventbrite where the videos expire within 30 days. Now you have access to my exclusive content forever once you join me one of the tiers of my Patreon, okay? So we have the live stream health class, right, that you're going to get, but you're also going to get my on-demand health class. Remember, the health class is really 28 hours, but you in my live health class were able to receive 8 hours, 4 hours in session 1, 4 hours in the following session. You're also going to be able to get my ebook as well. So you can download my ebook, as well as those that saw me in person, you got a physical copy. You might have got it autographed, you might not. But however, you have a physical copy of my book as well. You got the live question and answers during my health class as well, and then the live chat during the event. This whole health class portion is designed to give you the information necessary so that you can put the nutrients in your body that's going to allow your body to heal itself. Once you get your physical health in check, now it's time to move up a tier and get high with Daweed. Getting high with Daweed is basically a physical and mental, spiritual portion of the course. This is where you're going to receive my creation series, where you are able to create anything that you want in your environment, your space, or your reality whenever you want to. This is such a powerful course. I was actually watching it heal relationships, and I've seen people actually physically heal their bodies. Before I was doing the physical health class, they were physically healing their bodies with their mind. And so it's an extremely powerful course. It's an extremely powerful portion and tier of the course as well. And you get everything in tier 1, which is the physical health class, plus you get the Getting High with Dawid creation series, okay, as well. You're also going to get my daily meditation videos here, which are very important to watch, right? You can actually physically heal yourself with just body meditation, okay? So you're going to get my spiritual meditation, my physical meditation, and my mind meditation video inside of this tier. Now, once you do that, or even before that, if you have a serious chronic problem, or you're not able to understand and be able to physically heal yourself just by watching my videos, then you can walk with Dawid. And walking with Dawid is very important. This is for the serious only. And I put together a tailored health system just for you. You have access to me where you can call me, you can email me, you can talk to me, and I will, or Zoom with me face to face, therefore that I will be able to help you and walk you through your physical ailment, mental ailment, or spiritual ailment, and walk you through that process. This is extremely powerful because it's not just about feeling better, it's about feeling normal again like you did when you were a child. No matter which tier you choose to start with, I'm looking forward to working with you. Peace. Welcome to my Patreon, where you might have come here from my YouTube or my Eventbrite where the videos expire within 30 days. Now you have access to my exclusive content forever once you join me one of the tiers of my Patreon, okay? So we have the live stream health class, right, which you're going to get, but you're also going to get my on-demand health class. Remember, the health class is really 28 hours, but you in my live health class were able to receive 8 hours, 4 hours in session 1, 4 hours in the following session. You're also going to be able to get my ebook as well. Ebook, as well as those that saw me in person, you got a physical copy. You might have got it autographed, you might not, but however, you have a physical copy of my book as well. You got the live question and answers during my health class as well, and then the live chat during events. This whole health class portion is designed to give you the information necessary so that you can put the nutrients in your body that's going to allow your body to heal itself. Once you get your physical health in check, now it's time to move up a tier and get high with Dawid. Getting high with Dawid is basically a physical and mental, spiritual portion of the course. This is where you're going to receive my creation series, where you are able to create anything that you want in your environment, your space, or your reality whenever you want to. This is such a powerful course. I was actually watching it heal relationships, and I've seen people actually physically heal their body. Before I was doing the physical health class, they were physically healing their bodies with their mind. And so it's an extremely powerful course. It's an extremely powerful portion of the tier of the course as well. And you get everything in tier 1, which is the physical health class, plus you get the Getting High with Dawid creation series, okay, as well. You're also going to get my daily meditation videos here, which are very important to watch, right? You can actually physically heal yourself with just body meditation, okay? So you're going to get my spiritual meditation, my physical meditation, and my mind meditation videos inside of this tier. Now, once you do that, or even before that, if you have a serious chronic problem, or you're not able to understand and be able to physically heal yourself just by watching my videos, then you can walk with Dawid. And walking with Dawid is very important. This is for the serious only. And I put together a tailored health system just for you. You have access to me where you can call me, you can email me, you can talk to me, and I will, or Zoom with me face to face, therefore that I will be able to help you and walk you through your physical ailment, mental ailment, or spiritual ailment, and walk you through that process. This is extremely powerful because it's not just about feeling better, it's about feeling normal again like you did when you were a child. No matter which tier you choose to start with, I'm looking forward to working with you. Welcome, everyone. If you can hear me, please put a one in the chat. I greatly appreciate it. It's good to see you all this great, beautiful evening. If you have not subscribed, please make sure that you subscribe so that way you can actually put your info in the chat. You can actually chat with us, talk with us, walk with us as we go through this process. It's going to be a great show tonight. Basically, what it's going to be is my results, right? My shocking results for my vitamin D. I think you all were here when I took the test on one of the shows I was doing. I took the test, and so I'm back now with the results. So I'm going to share those with you on the other side. But first thing first I have to do is make sure that we get the disclaimer going. Again, make sure you visit our Patreon. The Patreon is going to allow you to be able to watch the replays, other videos as well. So let me play this disclaimer and I'll be right back with you all.
Disclaimer. The information contained in this video is intended as an information resource only and is not to be used or relied upon for any diagnostic or treatment purposes. The video's information does not create any patient-physician relationship. Dawood Yisrael makes no representations about the accuracy or suitability of this content, as scientific and medical information updates and changes daily as more substantial information is discovered. Dawood Yisrael and any business associated during this video shall not in any event be liable for any direct or indirect damages, losses, injuries, or liability whatsoever suffered as a result of your use or misuse of this video's content. Use of this video is at the viewer's sole risk.
All right, so I'm back, guys. My shocking results are here. They're in. I'm super excited. So again, if you have not subscribed, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button. That way you are able to chat with us. If I ask a question or if you wanted to say something or put in a comment, you're welcome to do that. You just have to be subscribed. It also allows you to know when we're going live. And the last thing that it allows you to do is supports the channel. So we greatly appreciate it if you would just hit the subscribe button, subscribe with us. You get to see yourself bounce around as an avocado on the screen, usually, unless you got it blocked. And that'll be great. So that as well. And then for the replays, always you can go to patreon.com/health class. Again, that's patreon.com/health class. And you can watch the replays of all the videos that we've done. You can watch our health class and all the other things that we do. There's 7-day free trial there. And then there's also paid tiers. So we have the health class tier, we have the Getting High with Dawood tier, and we have the Walk with Dawood tier. The health class tier, again, is the initial tier where you can watch all the health classes. The Getting High with Dawood tier is the tier where you can get our meditation series as well, mind and spiritual videos. And then the Walk with Dawood is for those that are really serious about their health. And I walk you through the process, put a tailored meal plan and system together for you to walk you through your health. And coming soon, we have our Perfect Health packages. I've been working on that website all day long for the last 13 hours before I jumped on here. And so, I'm like grinding to get that thing out for you all. So that way you can have all of this for you to get you back into perfect health, walk you into perfect health. Now I gotta walk me into perfect health, right? So my health has been really good. I feel great, except I found something, right? And this is the reason we want to definitely sometime get tests and do the Zinzino piece that I was telling you all about. And I just took my balance oil, so you already know right now. But I took this test before I took the balance oil, started taking the balance oil again. But where I found was, and I always tell you all this, I think I've told you all this in the past before, that and when we're in the sun, you have to, when we're not in the sun, especially being in Chicago, like usually I'm in the sun all year round. But this year I was not in the sun all year round. And last year I was not in the sun all year round, right? So I'm going to show you all something, so you all can see my results. So let me see if I can go to my browser. And you see here, it says what? Your status is critically low, right? So my status is critically low when it comes to vitamin D, okay? This is super. This is like deep. And I mean, I'm critically low, not just low. It's a critically low. So we're looking at my vitamin D status 3 mg or ml, and I can do it both ways. I can do it on it, and I got this when I took the test. I think some of you all were here, some of you all might not have been here, but I took the test, and when I took the test, on I did it on actual video with you all. It's from Zinzino, and I love their products. Some of you all met me at Southtown. If you met me at Southtown, then you know I was promoting the Zinzino products. I still do to this day. I take it myself, like I said. And so in doing so, this is the first time I ever looked at my these numbers, right, that I have here. So I'm going to use the NGML version of this, okay? And so I'm at 3. I'm supposed to be between 20 and 50. If you see this here. So I'm extremely low with vitamin D. And that's because I haven't been in the sun, right? It's winter. I've been up, put up. And then I've been doing a lot of work inside because I've been at my office. So always in the winter, I always say you want to take a vitamin D supplement because our bodies are not designed to be in winter ever, period. We are tropical beings. We are designed to be in the sun. That's one thing I want you to be very clear on. We are designed to be in the sun. So with that, what I'm saying is being designed to be in the sun, we have to always make sure that we're getting a vitamin D supplement when it's winter, especially during the winter months, because vitamin D is so important. And we're going to talk about that tonight, how important vitamin D is for the body. It fights cancer. It does all types. As a matter of fact, it doesn't just fight, it does fight cancer. I guess you could say it that way. But they're finding now, the doctors are finding that it is correlated, meaning the less vitamin D you have in the body, the equal amount of cancer usually is in the body, meaning they're like correlative, right? So we want to make sure that we have vitamin D in our system, and I'm super low. So I'm about to grind on this vitamin D. So we're going to look at where can we get vitamin D, right? We're going to look at what vitamin D does for the body. And we're going to look at what happens if you don't have vitamin D, okay? So we're going to do that, all right? So do we have any questions on anything before we get started? And if you need to ask a question, if you want to be able to chat, or if you want to do anything in here, we ask that you subscribe, because you have to be subscribed to be able to chat, ask questions, or answer any questions that I might ask you as you begin to watch our videos as well. So, and it supports the channel, and it'll let you know whenever we go live as well. So are there any questions? And I give you guys a few seconds because you're on a delay a lot of times. So just bear with me on that. So do you guys have any questions for me at all? Please put them in the chat. All right. I'm going to move forward as I wait for you all to answer. So vitamin D deficiency. Okay. This is very important. Let me make the screen a little bit bigger for y'all. Vitamin D deficiency, okay, can occur due to a number of reasons, including a lack of sunlight exposure, right? Sunlight is the key. And this is something that I don't want anybody to be afraid of being in the sun. It is super important that you are in the sun, okay? And they're finding, even for those that wear that have to wear sun screen, blessed not to have to do that, but for those of you that do have to, or supposedly have to do it, they're saying that the sunscreen is actually what a lot of times is causing the cancer, not the sun itself. So you want to be very careful when you're putting on sunscreen if you're the type of person that has to wear that, or a nationality that has to wear that has to wear the sunscreen, right? So certain medical conditions and aging, okay? And we're going to talk about this tonight. Now, I don't ever say aging is going to cause it. Aging, again, has nothing to do with health. Aging and health don't have anything to do with it. If you don't believe me, go to the Patreon. Several videos I've made on it now, but deal with the ones with physical immortality. You can go in there, search for physical immortality. If you're subscribed, you'll be able to go through any of those videos and be able to see it. So patreon.com/health class. And a lack of sunlight exposure. So aging has nothing to do with health whatsoever, period, at all. Don't ever believe that. This is where people get tricked, and this is where they give up. I watch a lot of people. Chicago, y'all have a different mentality, but in Cincinnati, like, people really believe that as they get older, certain things are supposed to come on them. That is not true at all. Like, there is no reason for that, right? So the reason we age is because of our telomeres shrinking, one, and it's due to what we're putting in our body. Nutrition has everything to do with health. So if you're putting the same thing in your body that everybody else is, then it looks like aging is what's taking place, but it's not. It's the fact that you're actually you're causing the body to go into a state whereas it is starting to move into aging. And as we do that, we start doing things that cause that strip us of the essential nutrients, essential amino acids, and the essential fatty acids, as well as the essential hormones like a vitamin D, where that we're supposed to never strip, right? And we're never supposed to deplete the body of those essential minerals ever. So that's why they're essential, because our body doesn't need them. Vitamin D is a hormone, first of all, and it's not a vitamin. I want you to be very clear on that. That's another thing I want to debunk. But what they call vitamin D is really a hormone. Okay? So it's not a vitamin, but it's an essential hormone, meaning your body cannot remake it without the sun, without an external force. Okay? And that's why I said if we were in our tropical environment, we would never have to worry about that. Why? Because we would never be deficient in vitamin C because the sun is year round. So for instance, when I go to Africa and I'm in Africa, I feel totally different because I'm in the sun year round, right? You're in the sun all the time. It never stops. And that's the beauty of it, because your vitamin D is building and building and building and building, and your body, everything is functioning like it's supposed to. And because it's functioning like that, especially if you're eating right. So I'm a raw vegan, so I'm eating right while I'm there at the same time. So I'm getting all the nutrients, real food, no GMOs, real food. I'm getting real food with what? Coming from ground, the most fertile ground, right? And you're getting the sunlight all year round, which is what we're supposed to be in and live in. Okay. So because of that, I always tell you, are supplements something that we should have to take for the rest of our life? No. But does supplements have a place? Yes, they do. There's a place for supplements. Where do supplements fit in? Right? That is the real question. When do we use supplements? We use supplements when we have depleted something that's possibly we can't get back from food, that can't get us back to where we're supposed to be until we're back at our regular state or where we're supposed to be with that particular vitamin, hormone, fatty acid, or essential nutrient. We need to get back to that place, right? So for instance, let me show you what I mean so you can be real clear. Here I'm at 3. Which is terrible. That is ridiculously low. This is this is extremely dangerous. That's why I'm jumping on this now, right? So this is extremely dangerous, right? Therefore, I'm supposed to be up here at minimum 20. I want to be around 50 or around 40. You got what I'm saying? 40 or 50. I want to be around this stage right here, right? Is where I want to be. So I am 37 points low, right? I'm 37 points from where I really should be. Okay? I want you to understand. That's extreme. That's dangerous. Okay? So I'm in a dangerous state right now. I want you to get that. Now, so it's important that we are there, and I want to get there. So getting there, first thing I'm going to look at is food that's going to get me there, right? Because I have to make sure that I'm eating food. And remember, I'm not talking about drugs. Drugs are things that are not designed for the body. And if you've been to my health class, you automatically and already know that when I'm talking about food, I'm talking about the things that are designed for our physiology. And if you haven't seen that, you can go through my videos. Again, you can join our Patreon and watch any of the health classes that I've done as well. So you can get that information. But I'm talking about food. I'm not talking about drugs, right? Drugs are anything that is not designed to go into the body. So I'm looking for real food that we can eat that's designed for our body that will actually take me to have the vitamin D that I need. Now, if I cannot find that, then what I'm going to go to next is a supplement. Or because I'm so low, I might supplement for a minute just to get back up. But once I get back up, if I remain on the optimal live it, right, which is in my book. If you don't have my book, it's called Health Class, How to Heal Yourself. You can get it on Amazon. Or I got a link, I think. Yeah, I know I do. Yeah, I got a link underneath this video. You can click on it there. And in my book, I walk you through all the different diets all the way to the optimal live it. Step by step by step by step. That's why I say I can always help somebody and help them heal themselves no matter what diet or live it that they're on. But if your goal is to always get to the optimal live it designed for our body so that you can be at the highest levels. However, while you were off the path, you were depleting different nutrients in the body. So I have to get it back up. So I'm going to have to take possibly a vitamin or a supplement rather for a season to get there, right? This is when supplements, but should you ever have to take a supplement for the rest of your life? No. Why? Because it's supposed to be what? Healing you. If you have to take something for the rest of your life, that means it's not healing you. It's suppressing symptoms. So I only need to take it for a season until I get what? To the point of this fit up here at this 40, right? Once I get there, I'm good to go. All right. So I don't need to take it any longer after that. Okay. So I want you to be very clear on that. All right. Now, what we're going to do next, I'm going to go through a little bit of this just so you can understand where I am and what this means if you get these type of results. It says your vitamin D test results, the levels of vitamin D observed in your blood are critically low. That's just that I'm like, wow, because that means, see, I'm different. Most people just read this and be like, oh, well, I'm just critical. Nah, not for me. When I see something like this, I'm on it. I'm moving now. I ain't playing with it. There ain't no stopping. I'm about to run this now. So the levels of vitamin D observed in your blood are critically low to a point that immediate action, you hear that, is warranted to address this situation. That's how I move. So I ain't got no problem with that. When your vitamin D levels are critically low, a number of associated health risks are high, right? And I'm just blessed right now that I'm doing everything that I can to do right and eat right and do right, whereas I'm blessed to actually be able to balance this out, I guess. But I'm not going to play with it. I'm not going to play with that, right? You will benefit from prioritizing this and taking prompt corrective action, as daily supplementation with vitamin D is recommended, or increased amounts if you are already taking some form of vitamin D currently. We would advise you to speak with a Zinzino partner, which I am one, about the Zinzino range of products to better understand which products contain vitamin D. You might also want to consult your health specialist for more specific information about recommended dosage. Okay? So I'm cool with that. That's cool. I'm gonna fix that. That's not even gonna be an issue. Now, improve your results. Fortunately, it is not difficult to improve your vitamin D status and maintain optimal levels. See our 4 easy lifestyle recommendations for how to start making improvements. So first it says find the right combination of Zinzino products. So I got the Balanced Oil Vegan. I just showed you that. I've been taking that. This is before I even found out about the vitamin D deficiency part, though. Then the Essential Plus, I got that. No, I don't have the Essential Plus. I'm tripping. That's the pill form of the balance oil. That's the pill form of the balance oil. Protect Plus, I don't take that one. I got Extend, I got that. All are great sources of vitamin D that you could take daily. And also Zinzino Shine is also. Zinzino Shine is pure vitamin D, which you're going to see in a minute. Please check the amount you take and how much vitamin D it contains. It determines whether or not you might be benefiting from adding our additional vitamin D supplement to your daily nutrition routine. And I'm going to get some of that Zinzino Shine. I know that. I'm about to order that. This is Zinzino Shine right here. Okay. Vitamin D3 supplements are among the most popular dietary supplements available. A reason for this could be the fact that scientists all over the world argue that the only practical and safe solution for improving your vitamin D3 status is through supplementation. The usual content of vitamin D3 in food supplements varies from 10 to 250. This is like micrograms per daily dose. The maximum allowed content of vitamin D3 in supplements is regulated at national level with some variations between what different authorities recommend. Let me see. The new Zinzino Shine Plus tablet contains 12.5 micrograms of vitamin D3 and 87.5 milligrams of magnesium. So this is activated by magnesium. Okay. Now, the Extend is activated by vitamin K. Right? So I do both. Like doing both of those, I know I'm gonna get all the forms of vitamin D, or the way that it needs to be moved into my body, right? Perfectly. Now, if you see this plus sign, this means that it's natural and vegan. Whenever you see the plus sign, it's natural and vegan, just to let you all know. Of magnesium in each tablet, unless they say it's not. Like the balanced oil, regular balanced oil is a plus, but it's all natural ingredients, but it's fish in it. This low content per tablet helps the consumer to reach the desired daily dosage in small steps, especially when combining with other Zinzino products. You will also find vitamin D in Essential, Balance Oil Plus, Extend Plus, Protect, and Lean Shake. All right, then it's going to tell me how much is in each one. 1 to 3 tablets is 12.5 to 37.5. 2 to 4 tablets is 25 to 50 micrograms per day. Okay, so starting from your current status, add Zinzino Shine Plus D tablets in accordance with recommendations above, right? So I need this right here, right there. I need to do, I'm probably going to do 4 tablets a day. But I need to get back up. I ain't playing with it. That's something I'm not going to play with. And because I'm not about to have no cancer. I can promise you that. I'm about to get this fixed immediately. This is how, you see how I'm talking about my health and how I'm talking about building and growing in this area, right? Feel what I'm, apologize, I don't mean to do that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, the thing that I'm trying to get you to get is, this is how I deal with me. When I see a problem, immediately, I jump immediately. This is what people don't do. This is how you end up back in the hospital over and over again, or you get sick, or you doing this, or you doing. Don't play with your health. I'm telling you, that's the one thing you do not play with. Your health is worth more than anything. I watch people spend more money on their cars than they do on their body. You got what I'm saying? I'm talking about literally. I see them put better fuel into their car than they do in their body. Because you've been taught to love outer things. You've been taught to really invest in your house, in your car, and this and that. But you've never been taught to invest in you. And because you don't invest in you, therefore what happens is you lose your health. And we've been lied to and taught the body isn't good for nothing. But we misunderstood what carnal means. Your body is what houses the spirit. That is the house. That is the temple. Ecclesia. The word for church is ecclesia in Greek. It means people. The word church means people. You are the temple. So when it's talking about you taking care of the church and maintaining the temple and all, that's you. Everything is a symbolization of you. So the better you take care of yourself, outside, inside, the better you are taking care of the temple of God or Elohim. This is key, and you have to focus. That's why I don't play. I'm not playing. This is about me, right? And you see how I act. That's how you're supposed to be jumping on your health. You don't run from it. You jump on it and run to your good health. 2 to 4 tablets per day, 25 to 50 milligrams. Because I ain't about to get caught up. All right, no. Let's nip it in the bud right now. Start from your current status and add Xenoshine plus vitamin D tablets in accordance with the recommendation. Okay, we dealt with that. All right, let me see. Is there anything else here? They'll take utilization vitamin supplement personal. Nope. All right, so these are the different products, right? So essential, those are the pills. That's the balance oil. This is liquid form. I love liquid. Whenever I can get liquid, I do liquid because it goes into your bloodstream faster. Okay, so I always do liquid. This is the vegan version that I got here, which is with seaweed. This is where the fish get their omega-3s from, right? So that's what we want, the source. Go straight to the source. So now I got that. I'm good there. So I got this one. So 7.5 milliliters to 12. I do about 20 milliliters of this. And I just started doing it again. So I took that test right before I started taking this again. So 20 micrograms, okay, is 12 milliliters. Extend 4 tablets or capsules, which I got some of them sitting over there, which I'm probably going to knock out tonight. That's 20 micrograms also, right? Protect, 1 capsule is 20 micrograms. Now, I might have to get some of that. Dang, that's powerful. 1 capsule is 20 micrograms. Woo, that's good. And Xenoshine is 12.4. 1 tablet is 12.4. 4 tablets is 50 micrograms. I might just go get me some Protect instead. It's way more expensive though. Really, this is a better. I don't know. I got to look at it, but I might just give me some Protect than this. And 1 Protect is 4 Extend, and Extend is strong because it gives you all of your. Remember, I told you the reason you take Extend is what? To get all of your trace minerals. It has the trace minerals, but it also has vitamin D in there, and it is activated by K, which I do like. Okay. Now, the amount of vitamin D3 can be measured in both micrograms and the. I thought I did. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't bring the screen back. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm glad you asked me. Thank you, because I know other people felt the same way. So let me show you again on this. So you can take a snapshot of it too if you need to. So the balance oil, right, has 20 grams. I mean, 12.6 to 20 grams, depending on how much you take. I take 20 milliliters, though. Extend has 20 micrograms for every 4 tablets. Protect had 1 capsule has 20 grams, which is extremely powerful. And Xenoshine 1 to 4 tablets equals anywhere from 12.5 to 50 micrograms, which is great. Now, the amount of vitamin D3 can be measured in both micrograms and international units. 1 microgram is the equivalent of 4 IU. Okay? 40 IU, I'm sorry. So 20 micrograms is 800 IU. That's pretty good. That wouldn't be bad. And I'm probably doing more than that right now. So I'm picking back up, but I want to get this perfected. I got to get that's a low number. I've never had anything that low. That's just going too far now. So that was terrible. I'm about to get I'm probably just going to get me a blood test and get all my vitamins. I want to know every vitamin. I want to know my essentials. I want to know all of that. I'm probably just going to go get me a test. I know my A1C is good because I did it. I had to take them. We had to take those once a week when we were doing the water fast. So my numbers are perfect there.
Let's see. Optimize your vitamin D status. Let me see what that is. Okay. Vitamin D status, the Zinzino guidelines. Okay, yeah. So Zinzino guidelines. So critically low. This is where I'm at. Now look at all of these. I'm at the bottom. Critically low, -8, -20 on the NMLO or MOL. If you look at it this way, then it's -20. But I'm on the micrograms version, right? So -8. Deficient, insufficient. That would be 9 to 19. You'll be 21 to 49 on the other scale. Sufficient to optimal, 20 to 49. This is where we want to be, okay? Or if you're looking at these NMOLs, then you want to be 50 to 124. Okay? But I want to be here. I want to be about that 49. Between 40 and 49 I want to be, right? I want to be in that range. Okay? So that's real good. This is where I want to be. So I'm about to battle to get there. Now elevated, 50 to 59. 50 to 59 is elevated. High is 60 to 79, and these are bad. Once you get up in these areas, these are not good. Okay, you want to be at optimal. We always want to be optimal. We always want to be optimal. Okay, elevated or high is 60 to 79, and very high 80 to 160. So we want to stay out of that range. Okay, now the general guidelines. Deficiency, -12 to -30. Inadequate, 12 to -20. Adequate is greater than 20, and potential adverse effects is greater than 50. So we got that. We understand that. Now, see, we already dealt with that. Vitamin D deficiency. Vitamin D is mostly associated with strong and healthy bones as it enables the absorption of calcium from food. Lack of vitamin D is traditionally associated with rickets, osteomalcia, and osteoporosis. Many people have no symptoms, or the symptoms may be nonspecific and change over time. Since the symptoms of vitamin D deficiency are often subtle and nonspecific, this is key, subtle and nonspecific. That means you don't feel it. But you do. I'm going to show you how you're going to feel it in a minute. It's important to get your blood levels tested if you suspect you might have a deficiency. Common symptoms of vitamin D deficiency include, well, right here is going to say it, increased susceptibility, increased susceptibility to colds or flu, changes in mood, including depression or anxiety, fatigue and tiredness. Now, I had that real bad for a while. I had it real bad, but I got it back up through the seaweed, with seaweed, which would make sense. I gotta make sure, but I know now I'm about to push that vitamin D. I got a lot to do of it. So fatigue and tiredness, muscle weakness or sore painful muscles, bone pain, slow wound healing. This is important, right? This is important. Because this could be the symptom when you got diabetes, you know how your wounds heal slow. But it could be that lack of vitamin D. I wouldn't put it past it. And they're finding the connection between, like when we start really looking at cancer, and we're looking at, now they figured out type 2 diabetes, right? The same issues basically are causing it, which is the lack of communication between the cells, right, in the pancreas in that situation. And we know that cancer cells will not communicate with other cells, right? I did a whole video on cancer, so go watch that. That's very good. It's on our Patreon. Again, join our Patreon, patreon.com/health class. Again, that's patreon.com/health class. Make sure you do that. Join it. Support us. You know, you got a 7-day free trial with our Patreon right now. I would take advantage of that. Okay? So, bone pain, slow wound healing, bone loss, and hair loss. Okay? 1 million people There's a global concern about vitamin D deficiency with a billion. 1 billion people, or 37% worldwide, estimated to be either vitamin D insufficient or deficient. Okay? And then it's showing you where. Vitamin D deficiency, Iran and Jordan, China, Europe, global, African continent, USA. Now that's amazing. That's a good. I was surprised. USA is only at 20%. Is that deficient of the people? Yeah. Ghana much lower, right? And I would be surprised. That's surprising. That's surprising to me. That's deep. Toxicity, daily use of high dose vitamin D, because I know on the omega 3s, America's the worst. America's the worst on that. But vitamin D, they say they're less. That's deep. Okay. Daily use of high dose vitamin D supplements for several months is toxic and could lead to something called hypervitaminosis, or vitamin D toxicity. This is where you've done high dose. A high dose is like 4,000 IUs a day. I want you to be clear. That's high dose. I'm going to show you that in a minute. But high dose, like how it said, let me show you. I think it's in here. No, it was the page before. Hold 1 second. I'm going to bring it back. I want you to see what he's talking about. Here. So how it said 20 micrograms equals 800 IU. 4,000. Some people be taking like 4,000 or more IU per day. That's high dosage. This is not high dose. This is very low dosage. Okay, but that's why I said it's going to slowly take you there. That way you're not going to have a problem. So I want you to be very clear what high dosage is. Okay, so toxicity, just so you know. High dose vitamin D supplements for several months is toxic and could lead to something called hypervitaminosis, D, or vitamin D toxicity. This is rare but potentially serious condition leading to your body absorbing too much of the calcium in food. The buildup of calcium in the blood, hypercalcemia, can cause nausea, vomiting, weakness, frequent urination. Undiagnosed vitamin D toxicity could also progress to bone pain and kidney problems, such as the formation of calcium stones, which is extremely rare. Right, most kidney stones are based on fat. I believe it's like fat deposits or something. But you can have calcium stones as well, which is like I said, a rarer form of kidney stones. All right. So now the next thing is natural sources. Let's go look at that. Natural sources of vitamin D. One, of course, sun exposure. Yay. Our favorite. We love to be in the sun. I love being in the sun, right? So whenever the sun is out, we want to be in it. Okay? And we really have to start being comfortable with having our bare skin out. You know what I mean? Because you need to let those rays hit your skin all over the body, right? If you got a backyard or something where you can be by yourself, you need to go outside naked almost, or naked. You can really, and be outside and bathe in that sun. It's real. You want to do that. The sun is our best natural source of vitamin D. When the sun's ultraviolet B UV rays hit our skin, processes inside the tissue start making vitamin D for the body to use. The best part is that excessive sun exposure does not pose any risk of vitamin D toxicity. That's because your body regulates the amount of vitamin D produced by sunlight. So therefore, you never have to worry about getting toxicity from the sun. Okay? Ever. It is essential to remember, however, that too much sun exposure can burn the skin, which ours, it doesn't burn like that. But if you are of a nationality that it does, then you don't want to stand out in the sun as long, okay? And could potentially lead to skin cancer. And they're linking more so, and I was reading something on this. I don't have it up tonight because I'm not dealing with cancer. But they were saying that they were proving that the skin cancer is not coming from the sun, but actually coming from the things that you're putting on your body, like the lotion and stuff like that. That stuff is causing the cancer. And when the sun hits it and mixes with it, that's what they were saying is causing it. but they're still studying that, as they say. Excuse me. Many factors affect how much vitamin D a person can synthesize from sun exposure, such as season and latitude, right? Because we're not in our tropical environment or our natural environment where we belong, right? We're not there. So because we're not there, we're not getting the fullness of it. Okay. Skin cover up. That's why I said when you're out in the sun, you want to take off all your stuff. You want the body to be hit and fully exposed to the sun. Okay. Skin pigmentation, mature skin, air pollution. That's why I said if you're of a nationality, usually because you have melanin. Most of our people, I don't care even if they're super light skinned, have melanin in their skin. The issue with most nations that don't have melanin, that's where you're going to have a problem with getting burnt. And then the other good thing though is if you are of the nationality where your skin get burnt, right? Then what happens is that you actually absorb or absorb more of the sun quicker, and therefore you create sometimes more vitamin D than we do. Right? So we're designed, our people are designed to be in the sun long time. You got what I'm saying? We can be in the sun a long time. We're designed for that. To be outside regularly in the sun. We're made for that. Okay, so we want to get as much sun as possible. And I know many of y'all probably been to Africa or been somewhere where you and I don't know how long you stayed. I stay a long time when I go. So I'm saying if you've been there for a long time, you will feel the difference. You're going to feel it. It's a total difference. So skin pigmentation, mature skin, air pollution, etc. In fact, the many factors affecting vitamin D synthesis makes it impossible to specify a specific sun exposure guideline that applies to everyone. In the subsequent section, we provide more information on specific factors influencing your status. Okay, so this is dealing with where we're at. So sufficient for less than 6 months of the year. So where we're at, let's look. This is around Chicago right here, right? Right here where I'm pointing at on the map, like right there. I believe that's about right. Yeah, because that's Ohio. That's going to be right there. It's going to be about right there. It might be just up a little bit from there, but it's going to be right in that area. So it says, if it's the second place I pointed at, then it's sufficient for less than 6 months of the year. But the sun is sufficient for around 6 to 9 months of the year. And I believe Chicago is probably about that, right? So we lose about anywhere from 6 to 9 months. 3 months. That's a long time. Okay. We want to be where it's sufficient all year round, right? So this is where we want to be. We want to be in those areas. Now, skin pigmentation, we dealt with that. Darker skin filters out more UV radiation than light skin does, which means the darker skin requires more time in the sun. But on the other hand, is less sensitive to UV-induced damage as well, right? Now, sunscreen. Vitamin D deficiency is not common in tropical countries where we're from, where we're supposed to be. All people, not just us, all people are from the tropical environment. Period. People traveled all around the world, so we left our natural environment. But we're supposed to be in tropical areas. That's why it's uncommon for vitamin D deficiency upon people that live in those areas, because you're where you're supposed to be. Remember, your environment, everything is based on nature. Everything. So when you are walking in alignment with nature, you're going to get the benefits of being in alignment with nature. When you don't walk in alignment with nature, you're not going to get the benefits of walking or the benefits of being in nature, and that's where the problem comes. Okay? This is the key. And so nature, in other words, you are designed to fit into a puzzle of nature. It's just like if I have a puzzle piece and you doing a puzzle and the piece don't fit, right? it's not going to go in there. It's not going to work. So what happens is we try to fit ourselves into a puzzle that doesn't work for us. And your body and the environment is going to do what? Remove you from that place. It's designed to do that because you don't belong there. So you're like a virus in that environment. You understand what I'm saying? So it's designed, you're the, like, everything is designed to be where it's supposed to be, and if it's not, it's designed to be taken out or removed. That's why we got to be very careful. Like, you got to make sure that you're paying attention to everything in your body and what's going on, and then the environment that you're in, and making sure you're in alignment with nature. So vitamin D deficiency is not uncommon in tropical areas. Sunny all year round. One of the reasons is excessive precautions and the use of sunscreen. So they're saying, no, it's not uncommon because the people are using sunscreen. If you use sunscreen SPF 15, you need to be in the sun 8 times as long. Use the shadow rule. You make more vitamin D when you are taller than your shadow. All right. Another factor is that you get older. It takes longer to create vitamin D. Obese people need more time in the sun. All right. Now, obese people, I didn't know that, need more time in the sun. It takes long. So as you get older, it takes longer to create vitamin D. Now again, I'm telling you, that's dealing with health. That ain't for everybody that's older. I can promise you that. I know that. Due to the fact that there are so many factors that affect vitamin D production in the skin, it is not possible to specify a specific time that applies to everyone. There are many apps and websites on the market that measure sun exposure. Okay, we're cool there. So now, supplements. Let's see. All right, we already read that. So now we're going to move forward. We're going to move into whole nother website. Do we have any questions on anything before I move into some more on this vitamin D? And if so, please make sure that you subscribe. Okay? Make sure that you subscribe. That allows, again, for you to be able to comment, ask questions, talk, or anything like that you need to be able to do in here, as well as it'll let you know when we go live, as well as it supports the channel. We greatly appreciate it. And you can see yourself, unless you have yourself blocked, you're going to be able to see yourself bounce around as an avocado on the screen. All right. So then also Patreon, visit our Patreon, patreon.com/health class. This is where we put the replays. Right now I'm in the middle of building the website, and I'm in the middle of getting these perfect health packages together for you all as well. Just to let you know. Also, another big thing that's coming up is I got my meditative class we'll be doing the clearing meditation and the body meditation live in person in the city at studioyogi.com, and it is a free class right now. And you can register at studioyogi.com. I think it's called Clearing Meditation is the name that they named the class. I call it Clearing Meditation, but I think they named it exactly what I call it. So that's great. And you can just go there and do it. If you look at last night's video, the video I put up last night, the link is there to be able to register for that. Or in my Patreon, I posted it as well. So if you go to patreon.com/health class, you don't have to have an account. You'll be able to see it. All right. You're always low on vitamin D. You got to get that vitamin D up. That's key. I'm telling you, I'm on 3. Azola, so we rolling. I'm telling you, we got to make it happen. Let's get that vitamin D up. We got to make it happen. We got to. Super important. How many people on this chat, how many people online right now have low vitamin D that's on this call? You know what I'm saying? Or you don't know your vitamin D. If you don't know, say I'll type in you don't know. If you are low, put in that you low, right? Because we got to get it up. That's how we do it. Like I said, I don't play with my health. That's why I'm jumping on this immediately. And that's what everybody need to do. Right? Get your vitamin. I'm going to show you in a minute why it's so important. Like you're going to see. So vitamin D deficiency can occur due to a number of reasons. You're not sure, you need to take the test. Get you a vitamin D test. Don't know, get you a vitamin D test. right? Zinzino, I'm gonna put a link. As a matter of fact, the Zinzino link is in there. Get the Zeno Shine. I might just go ahead and add the Zeno Shine link directly in there, but definitely make sure you get the Zeno Shine. And that protect. You saw that protect is strong. That protect is that man. That's 1 tablet. Shoot, that's beautiful actually. So, vitamin D deficiency can occur due to a number of reasons, including lack of sunlight exposure. We saw that already. We dealt with that. Now, watch this. Medical conditions, right? Because this is what I'm looking at now is what robs the body of vitamin D, what steals vitamin D from you. Okay? So, lack of sunlight, medical conditions, cystic fibrosis will take vitamin D, Crohn's disease will take vitamin D. Celiac disease. And I think I had this. Right? I told you I had that leaky gut and I had that all that. See, when we do all of that wheat is a killer. That gluten is a killer. So that is depleting vitamin D. Starch, all that gluten that's it, because it's saying Crohn's and celiac, both of those are based in gluten, right? Yeah. So absorbing vitamin D, I mean, it stops the body, the intestines. There we go. Back to what? Water fasting. Woo! It's showing that there's the answers. And we couldn't absorb. So now I'm just finally able to absorb vitamin D because I did that water fast. So now I can absorb vitamin D. So it can prevent the intestines from absorbing vitamin D. Woo! You got to cleanse that small intestine. Got to do that long-term water fast. I'm telling you. Here it comes. And ulcerative colitis can prevent the intestines from absorbing vitamin D. Yup. Some types of liver disease can reduce the body's ability to absorb vitamin D. Kidney failure prevents the body from processing vitamin D. Other causes, darker skin pigment, because we're not in enough sun, especially in the United States. So we have to go, while you're in the United States, you have to take a supplement. I'm going to tell you straight up. There's no way you a black person and you're not taking a vitamin D supplement during the winter, period. You have to, at least during the winter, at minimum. There's no way. And in Chicago, we definitely, because it's going to stay cold until about the 5th month of the year. So, or anywhere north. If you're up north, even further north, it's even worse. So I want people to understand, like, shoot, it's cold. I mean, we got to find a way to supplement. Supplement is key, right? For that, I'm against something. I don't promote supplements, but that's something we got to do it until we get it back up. Now, if we do our optimal live it, I don't think we have to continue doing it, but you got to get it up. Now, darker skin pigment, malnutrition will do it. Certain medications, certain types of cancers such as lymphoma, a family history of vitamin D deficiency, or childhood rickets. Okay. Now, muscle and bone weakness and pain, these are symptoms of vitamin D deficiency. Muscle and bone weakness and pain, fatigue, poor sleep, depression or feelings of sadness, hair loss, loss of appetite, and getting sick easily. Okay, so getting sick more easily, that can do it. You can know it. Vitamin D supplements taken by mouth or given by injection usually result in complete recovery. So we can do it by taking by mouth. You don't get no injection. 9 things that can undermine your vitamin D level: controlling your allergies, the latitude where you live, the air pollution you live in. So air pollution can deplete it, right? Your use of sunscreen, right? Let's see what else. Let's make this a little bigger for you all. And this is Harvard talking, right? So this is oh no, wait a minute, I might be wrong. Let me yeah. No, no, it's not. Let me make sure. Is this Harvard? Yeah, it is. Harvard Health. All right, cool. So the latitude where you live, the air pollution where you live, carbon particulates in the air from the burning of fossil fuels, wood, and other materials scatter and absorb UVB rays. Really? Ozone absorbs UVB rays, so holes in the ozone layer could be a pollution problem that winds up enhancing vitamin D levels. Okay? So the air pollution where we live, we know it's massive in Chicago, don't we? You through most of the United States, but New York, Chicago, California, shoot, all the big cities. You know what I'm saying? ATL, all of the cities, big cities, like you know what I'm saying. They're gonna be pollution. That's gonna be a killer. Your use of sunscreen, right? The color of your skin. Melanin is a substance in the skin that makes it dark. It competes for UVB with the substance in the skin that kickstarts the body's vitamin D production. As a result, dark-skinned people tend to require more UVB exposure than light-skinned people to generate the same amount of vitamin D. So that's why I was saying, right, you don't have to stay in the sun as long, right, with vitamin D. However, like I said, our people got melanin. I don't care what level, what if you light or dark, you have melanin, a lot of it. So you got to make sure that you stay in that sun for a season, right? The temperature of your skin. Warm skin is more efficient producer of vitamin D than cool skin. So on a sunny, hot summer day, you'll make more vitamin D than on a cool one. Your weight. Fat tissue sops up vitamin D. So it has been, I didn't know that. Fat sops up vitamin D. That's another thing we got to look at, right? Obesity, right? Obesity is not good for nothing. Don't let anyone tell you, no one, it's just because they're trying to make you feel good. Because feeling good is going to make you feel sick in the long run. So just because somebody says that, you are, you're overweight, that's cute and this and that, and they trying to make it sound, no, don't ever fall for that trick. That trick will have you sick as a dog, right? I don't care every time we went through an ailment, obesity is always in it. So I want you to be clear. You don't want to be obese. You want to learn ways to start curbing and doing things that's going to allow you to lose weight. And most people don't, you at your regular weight, the weight you're supposed to be, most people have been trained and tricked to believe that that's negative. No, you want to be at your weight. You do not want to be obese. You do not want to don't be trying to, like they say, I want to have a big body and big butt and all that. No, you don't. You want healthy weight. You want a healthy body. You want firm. You want to be right. You know what I mean? For real. You don't want to be fat. Don't get into that. Don't fall for that. It's in the long run, all that's going to become real fat. And when it does, that's when you're going to have heart attacks, stroke, all those type things. Your weight. Fat tissue sops up vitamin D, so it's been proposed that it might be a vitamin D rainy day fund. What? Never heard that before. A source of the vitamin when intake is low or production is reduced. See, fat stores. It is a store, but it's a killer too. When intake is low or production is reduced. But studies have also shown that being obese is correlated with low vitamin D levels and that being overweight might affect the bioavailability of vitamin D. Your age. Compared with younger people, older people have lower levels of the substance in the skin that UVB light converts into vitamin D precursor, and there's experimental evidence that older people are less efficient vitamin D producers than younger people. Yet the National Center for Health Statistics data on vitamin D levels fly in the face of conventional wisdom that vitamin D inadequacy is a big problem among older people. They don't show a major drop-off in levels between middle-aged people and the older folks. And if the people keep eating the way that they do, they ain't going to see a difference between the young and the older folks. It's just the diet. And because you're older, you've been eating wrong all your life, you destroyed yourself. And because you destroyed yourself, therefore now you have low vitamin D like I do. So I have to rebuild, right? I never rebuilt my vitamin D. So the health of your gut. The vitamin D that is consumed in food or as a supplement is absorbed in the part of the small intestine immediately downstream from the stomach. And I'm going to answer your question, Isola, once I get done with this. The vitamin D is consumed in food or as a supplement is absorbed in part of the small intestine immediately downstream from the stomach. Stomach juices, pancreatic secretions, bile from the liver, the integrity of the wall of the intestine, they all have some influence on how much of the vitamin D is absorbed. Therefore, conditions that affect the gut and digestion, like celiac disease, chronic pancreatitis, Crohn's disease, and cystic fibrosis, can reduce vitamin D absorption. So, gut health is key, right? What destroys the gut? Starch, sugar, not fruit. Sugar without fiber. That's how we rebuild it, with fiber. You got to rebuild the gut. But once you rebuild the gut, now we got to do what? Cleanse the small intestine. How do we do that? With extended supervised water fast. Now we cleanse the gut. Now we can absorb vitamin D. The small intestine and the gut. Now we can absorb vitamin D. Now we can put the vitamin D in our system. This is key. But you still want to put it in your system, even if you can't possibly fully digest it. But you're going to have to keep putting it in there until you cleanse it. That's where the problem comes in. Now, the health of your liver and kidneys. Some type of liver disease can reduce absorption of vitamin D because the ailing liver isn't producing normal amounts of bile. With other types, steps essential to vitamin D metabolism can occur or occur incompletely. Levels of the bioactive form of vitamin D tend to track with the health of the kidneys. So in someone with kidney disease, bioactive vitamin D levels decrease as the disease gets worse, and in end-stage kidney disease, the level is undetectable. All right. Now, remember, again, if you want to ask questions, if you want to be able to chat, if you want to be able to know when we're going live, or if you just want to support us, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We would greatly appreciate it, as well as visit our patreon.com/health class to watch all the replays of videos, because I take them down from YouTube. So that way you are able to go back and watch the replays. Again, we have a 7-day free trial there right now. I would take full advantage of it if I was you. Now, we're going to move forward. Vitamin D is a nutrient your body needs, right? So this is the Mayo Clinic right here. I like the Mayo Clinic. Like I said, I think they do some good work when it comes to finding out the real issue and how to rectify real issues, okay? With nutrition versus allopathic medicine, okay? And most of the people at Mayo Clinic are literally doctors that are in disagreement with the traditional medical system. So they're good. I like them pretty much. Things I disagree with, yes, but they're pretty good. They're actually teaching people how to allow their body to heal itself, and I love that. So vitamin D is a nutrient your body needs for building and maintaining healthy bones. That's because your body can only absorb calcium, the primary component of bone, when vitamin D is present. Meaning, you can put all the calcium in your body, but if you don't have the vitamin D, it's not processing it. Your body can't, okay? Vitamin D also regulates many other cellular functions in your body. It's anti-inflammatory, which is very important. Why? Diabetes, high blood pressure, right? Cancer, all of that. Those are anti-inflammatory. Those are inflammatory diseases. Okay. Well, I would say cancer might be autoimmune, though, kind of. Yeah, I would say that. It's anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and neuroprotective properties, which means like muscular dystrophy, muscular sclerosis, all of that. It protects you from that. Properties support immune health, and therefore it's cognitive as well. Muscle function, yep, there it goes, and brain cell activity. There it is. Vitamin D. I got to get me some of that. Vitamin D isn't naturally found in many foods, but you can get it from fortified milk. We don't, that's drugs. That's a drug, milk. Fortified cereal, a drug. Fatty fish such as salmon, mackerel, and sardines, those are drugs. But even though that's out, this would be the better drug. Right? Your body also makes vitamin D when direct sunlight converts a chemical in your skin, that's food, into an active form of vitamin calciferol. The amount of vitamin D your skin makes depends on many factors, including the time of day, season, latitude, pigmentation. We read that. No, we didn't, but this is the same thing. Depending on where you live, your lifestyle, vitamin D production can be completely absent during winter months. Okay, we already read that. They're saying the same thing. Taking a multivitamin, vitamin D, might improve bone health. The recommended daily amount of vitamin D is 400 IU for children up to 12 months, 600 IU for people ages 1 to 70, right? 600 IU, and 800 IU for people over 70 years. Okay, where I'm at, I need to do at least 800 a day. What the research says, research on vitamin D use for specific conditions shows cancer. Now watch this. Findings on benefits of vitamin D for cancer prevention are mixed, but they're proving it right now. More studies are needed to determine whether vitamin D supplementation may reduce the risk of certain cancers. I know it does. But this right here, they're saying that they can't say it, but they're proving that it is. And in my book, I go through it. I don't have a chapter on it, but it's a portion in a chapter that I deal with cancer, vitamin D, and I cite a study, as a matter of fact, as well. Cognitive health research shows that low levels of vitamin D in the blood are associated with cognitive decline. However, more studies are needed to determine the benefits of vitamin D supplementation for cognitive health. So, vitamin D right now is dealing with cognitive health, brain power. Inherited bone disorders. Vitamin D supplements can be used to treat inherited disorders resulting from an inability to absorb or process vitamin D, such as familial hypophosphatemia, multiple sclerosis. There we go. Research suggests that long-term vitamin D supplementation reduces the risk of multiple sclerosis, osteomalacia. Vitamin D supplements are used to treat adults with severe vitamin D deficiency, resulting in loss of bone mineral content, bone pain, muscle weakness, and soft bones, osteoporosis, psoriasis, and rickets. Okay? So that's deep. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, yeah. Possible interactions. Aluminum. Taking vitamin D and aluminum containing phosphate binders may be used to treat high serum phosphate levels in people with chronic kidney disease, might cause harmful levels of aluminum in people with kidney failure in the long term. Anticonvulsants. The anticonvulsants, those type right there, increase the breakdown of vitamin D and reduce calcium absorption. Lipitor, if you're taking that, taking vitamin D might affect the way your body processes this cholesterol drug. Donovex and Cerelix, don't take vitamin D with this psoriasis drug. The combination might increase the risk of too much calcium in the blood. Again, that's that hypercalcemia. And taking this long term, then what does that mean? If you take this long term, that's going to cause what? Toxic overload. Okay, so be very careful. I'm talking about Donovex or Cerelix. And then Prevolite, taking vitamin D with this cholesterol-lowering drug can reduce the absorption of vitamin D. CYP34A4 substrates. Use of vitamin D cautiously if you're taking drugs processed by these enzymes. Lanixin. Avoid taking high doses of vitamin D with this heart medication. Right? Cardizem, Tiazac, and others. Avoid taking high doses of vitamin D with this blood pressure drug. High doses of vitamin D can cause hypercalcemia. Again, Xenicol and Ally, taking this weight loss drug can reduce your absorption of vitamin D. What they're showing you is that a lot of these drugs are trying to put massive vitamin D back into the body. So that might be a sign that vitamin D, a lot of the health issues that we're having are what? Vitamin D issues. Thiazide, diuretics, taking these blood pressure drugs with vitamin D increases your risk of hypercalcemia. Steroids, taking steroid medications such as prednisone can reduce calcium absorption and impair your body's processing of vitamin D, stimulant laxatives. Long-term use of high doses of stimulant laxatives can reduce vitamin D and calcium absorption. Again, why? Because that's suppressing, as well as that's going to deal with what? Your gut and your intestine, your small intestine. So it's going to cause problems with the vitamin D absorption. Kellen SR. Take high doses of vitamin D with this blood pressure drug can cause hypercalcemia and might also reduce the effectiveness of verapamil. All right. So with that, I wanted to see the natural sources. Where did I put that? I thought I had one up here. Well, let's just look it up. Thought I had it up here, but maybe I don't. All right. So let's look at it. Foods with vitamin D in them. Okay, there we go. Foods with vitamin D in them. Oily fish, eggs, which I'll tell you, do not eat eggs. Fortified milk, we don't eat. Mushrooms. Now this is where this is where we can get our vitamin D right now. We can play with them. Is it on the optimal list? No. But like I said, when I had my heart attack, I was eating the mushrooms. That must work good. And so they have vitamin D in it. The shiitake, portobello, and cremini. Right? And the other thing I found was that mushrooms that have because I jumped on this as soon as I got my test back. So the other mushroom, the thing I found with mushrooms also is that the ones you get in the store, you need to make sure that they were sun grown. They were sun grown. No, mushrooms are not poisonous unless you eat the poisonous mushrooms. They're not poisonous unless you eat poisonous mushrooms. There are mushrooms that are poisonous. That's why you cannot eat all mushrooms. You have to know which ones you're getting. That's why I don't tell people go out and pick mushrooms. But I was blessed with this log. I got a mushroom log, as a matter of fact. I won it for free when I was in Cleveland. We had a big event in Cleveland. KRS-One showed up too, boy. KRS-One got up too, boy, that night. That was beautiful, boy. That was one of my favorite concerts. And I won a free mushroom log. So I think I'm gonna grow it this year. But yeah, you want to be able to grow it, they have to be in the sun. They have to get that sun because they don't grow the mushrooms in the sun. The ones that are the normal ones that you get in the store. So if you go to the store, you need to make sure that they were grown in the sun to get the vitamin D out of the mushrooms. I know that for a fact. So make sure you do that, okay? So again, you want to get you a Zinzino test, vitamin D test. I'm gonna post all this stuff so you guys can get it. But you want a Zinzino. I know the Zinzino link is already in the chat. It's already there. So you can just click on the Zinzino and then you can look up the vitamin D test and the vitamin D and order the vitamin D as well. I believe I know, I'm almost certain it's there. It might not be, but I'm almost certain it is. If it's not, I'm gonna put that stuff in the link below for you all. Do we have any questions before we close out? How did y'all enjoy this class? If you have not subscribed, please make sure that you subscribe. Please do that. All you have to do is click a button. Make sure you subscribe. It helps to support the class. It helps to also, it allows you to be able to chat with us, answer questions or ask questions. And then it also allows you to know when we go live. Any questions? I really enjoyed this class. I thought it was pretty good. So I got to get my vitamin D up. That's great. Keep learning about yourself. Keep growing. Get it. Get it. Make it happen. I'm going to have to close out in a minute because I got to jump on I got an interview I have to do. Any questions from anyone before I go? And again, remember, make sure that you register for the class coming up. I'm gonna be sending it out as well. Good class. I've heard vitamin D is non-toxic at high levels only if you're missing corresponding K2. Not true. You don't want to do. You want to do. You can do high levels, but you don't want to do too high levels too long. It's the time frame, not the K2. High levels, like I said, is like 4,000 IU. You don't need 4,000 IU every single day for like 3 to 6, 8 months. That's too much. Any other questions? $40,000 IUs. That's super high. You registered for the class already? Great job. Good job, Senart. Yes, that's how you're supposed to move. See, once you start really understanding your health and getting it, you're gonna start moving in that. You're gonna start moving fast. A lot of people don't move like that because they've never. They really. We've really been tricked into believing, into running from our health. In other words, we've been tricked. We've been tricked so far outside of ourselves. So far outside of ourselves. Everything else is more important. But I promise you, when you get sick, you only have one problem. I don't care what it is. Have a stroke. I mean, you know what I'm saying, or a heart attack, or something real serious where you down for real. I promise you, you're gonna have one problem. You're gonna do, if you're wise. Some people are not wise enough to even after that do everything in your power to get back up because you've been debilitated. See, debilitation is deep. There's things because I had my heart attack. I don't know if I'm gonna ever get back. You understand what I'm saying? That's why if you have not had a debilitating situation, I promise you, you should be fighting. You should be doing everything in your power. Like I say this, who does this, who does what I'm teaching work for the best? Those that don't need it. That's how you want to stay forever. You want to be in a position where you never need what I'm telling you because you're eating like I'm telling you to eat, doing what you're supposed to be doing, exercising like you're supposed to be exercising, all the things you're supposed to be doing. That's why if I could get a baby from a baby up, those are the ones that need to be taking my class. They need to be doing everything I'm saying because they're going to live longer than all of us because of what we've done in the past. Now, if we're good enough, we might be able to rectify all of it. I'm not sure. I don't know if you can flip your body all the way back, but I'm very close to finding a way you can. Extremely. Where you can take your body all the way back to its beginning state. Because it's not about feeling better. It's about feeling normal again like you did when you were a child. Drinking gallons of Echinacea Golden Seal. Why? Why would you do that? Don't ever drink a gallon. You never should drink a gallon of Echinacea Golden Seal. Ever. That's dangerous as ever. We got any other questions? Again, register if you haven't. Visit our Patreon. I'm going to give y'all a couple seconds to put in questions, and then I'm out. Make sure you go to studioyogi.com. They got some beautiful classes. It's beautiful. I know the sinus infection piece, yeah, but you should never be drinking that much. The nation goes. I didn't say gallons. I never said drink gallons with an S. I said make a pot to drink it, but it worked good. I know, but I'm saying that's a lot. A golden seal is real good with infections, but you doing good now though, so you straight. But yeah, be careful with drinking gallons of it with an S. That's dangerous. That's a lot of toxin. Remember, herbs are toxic. Are toxic. All herbs are toxic. That's how they work. So you're putting toxins in your body when you do it. Echinacea is a light toxin, but it's a toxin. Golden seal is a high toxin. It's a strong toxin. So you got to be very careful with that. That's why you should never drink tea every day, ever. And I used to be, I was a tea drinker when it came to those herbal teas and all that. I used to drink them all the time. I was a master at it. I knew them teas inside and out, backwards and forwards. Everything I had, I healed using herbal teas. But it's what you're eating is causing the problem. If we can stop the cause, we can win the game. All right. So with that, everyone, I appreciate your time. See you all at the top of your health journey. Nothing but love. Peace.
For the rest of this video and more videos like these, you can join us at patreon.com/health class. Again, that's patreon.com/health class. And join one of our paid tiers. Any of them will do. And you join one of those tiers, you can watch the rest of these videos, as well as all the other videos that I produced, including my former health classes, which is 4 to 8 hours of information that can help you on your health journey to the top. All right. So I look forward to sharing that adventure with you. I look forward to seeing you at the top of your health journey. Peace.